welcome to the feast.
Tell us about your outfit here.
This represents a homeless man. He carries everything that he has because he does not affiliate with a farm, a family, a tribe. He just goes through the wilderness. And the rest of it that I have is out in the wilderness. Out
in the wilderness?
Yeah, which is where I'm headed.
So how long have you been coming to the feast?
34 years.
34 years.
I came out one time when I was a little boy and bought a hat. And from then I've been coming every year since then. And it's just an important part of my life.
This event is wonderful. Many of the purists will sort of knock this event because it's not as pure as some of the reenactments that you'd get out at Williamsburg and places like that. But you won't see a crowd like this at those type of reenactments. This brings in people from all stations in life and kids. And people will get a taste of this that would never come to something like this. And I think it's just a wonderful thing that gets done here.
It's wonderful. The best living history event in the country, I think, for this time period. It's just a good overall history lesson.
It's big. It was all right. Been a little louder. What's this?
It's really good.
Do you put any spices in that?
Some secret spices.
Secret spices.
It's really good. We've had people say many things about it. 1 thumbs up, 2 thumbs up. We've had a 3 thumbs up before.
Is that possible?
It was crazy.
Are you folks Highlanders?
Well, yes.
You are?
Yes, we are.
Oh. From where in Scotland? Just anywhere in the Highlands?
Well, we do 78th Fraser Highland. 1758 to 63. So it's Fraser Clan is what we're working out of. Simon Fraser.
Yeah, but this is government set.
But yeah, this is
all the government troops wear this pattern.
Yeah.
Who belonged to the king for a little while.
Thanks. Everybody's got along to somebody.
I raised sheep and I had to find something to do with the wool. So this was just a side branch. I just started doing the dyes and it just happened to work in together.
What are your dyes made out of?
Little critters and flowers.
Little critters and flowers.
This is cochineal. It's a little beetle that grows in Mexico.
Really?
This is what the British would use to make their red coats. It's a dye that they crush up the beetles and they make vat, and that's the material they made the red coats out of.
That would be proper.
Interesting.
You got marigolds here.
And then
That's
you're going to
marigolds.
walk all the way around in a circle back.
This is Brazil wood. It's out of the heartwood of the cedar tree in Brazil.
We're going to take 1 step forward.
And that creates that color then? It's like a rosy color?
This
Purple
too.
color.
It depends on, if I take this and like soak it for like 2 or 3 days, I'll get the darker colors.
So it's like the time involved in the soaking. Okay.
This is copper. This is copper sulfate.
Well, it looks blue.
Yeah, it is, but it comes out green.
Oh.
It's one of those magic tricks. Throw it in, it comes out green. It's blue water, it comes out green. Golden Alexander. This is wild daisy. Grows along the rivers and ditches and that kind of stuff. And onion skins.
Just this peel of an onion.
Just peel that yellow skin right off of it and use it.
Really?
Yes.
And what's your title?
I'm a pewterer.
A pewterer.
Not a pewtersmith. A silversmith, a blacksmith. They forge, they hammer.
If you would like to join us, we're going to start a whole new dance. We're going to start all over again.
You see that melt? It just melted.
It's like disintegrating.
Wow. Was pewtering ever big in America, or was it mostly
pewter was
in Europe?
referred to as a poor man's silver. It was what the lower middle class could afford. Pewter. They could afford pewter plates and cups and spoons.
He really does look like he stepped out of a time machine.
what this is over here is, as they would learn different stitches, they would make some samples and keep it in their sewing basket, so they could refer back to that on how to put seams together. I got you.
Different stitches are used for joining different types of fabric in different ways. For example, I'm doing a rolled hem right now. This is a piece of raw silk that I'm making a sort of a fine garment out of.
Time period that we do around 1800, there was a large influx of Europeans here. 1820 census shows there's about 20,000 Wea, 18,000 Europeans living in this area, in the Fort Ouiatenon area. And because of that large influx, those European men didn't bring a lot of women with them. They intermarried into the tribes. So when you're inside, you see things like cast iron and candles and stuff like that mixed in.
It's like Dances with Wolves in here.
It varied from tribe to tribe whether a woman painted it or not, but one of the things that was pretty common around most woodland Indians is this red here signifies that I'm a married woman. And for our family does black dots are girls, and if I would have had a white dot, it would be a son. So I actually have 4 daughters, so those are my 4 daughters.
So that makes it stronger than...
And those will just go around each other.
Are you a fisherman, sir?
No. It's really not a fly fisherman. I've used some baits. But wow.
That's one of his flies. This is
That's so intricate. How does someone make that with such fine...
Well, you just use 4 little fingers.
Really? Wow. What are you crafting there, sir?
Oh, it's a bug whistle.
A whistle?
We do a commemorative English Pale Ale for the feast that we have on tap. We do in the brewery back in town. And then we do this beer on the fire, and we bring samples out every year so people can try them. That's the beer we brewed yesterday, and it's fermenting. We started it up last night, added yeast to it. It should be bubbling up there pretty good.
It's like a science experiment gone bad. That's what people drink. It's been a very interesting day. I've enjoyed seeing the type of community that everyone's created, spending time with each other and learning from each other and enjoying their interest in the way people lived in a time that many people don't know about. The level of education that a lot of the participants provide, they know a lot and they're very happy to share it with people. So there's a lot of free learning that was going on. It was a blast, not just the cannons, but the whole thing.
We hope that you will return next September 27th and 28th for the 41st Feast of the Hunter's Moon.